Good morning, everyone. My name is Simranjeet, and I am your host today from the editorial department of RJ Associates. I welcome my audience to the RJ screen. I extend a warm welcome to you, Mr. M. Balaji, the CEO of Clarks Exotica, Bangalore. Thank you all for joining us today. In this interview series of Travel Heights magazine, we are here to discuss MICE tourism and rethinking hotels in a post pandemic scenario. So, Clarks Exotica has been Bangaluru's best convention resort, but because of the pandemic, all convention centers and events have been closed or cancelled. I would like to understand, sir, what is the situation right now over there?
It is no difference in Bangalore because it is same all across the world, and Bangalore is no exception there. But yeah, we were banking on this year because we had large conferences this year, which was all confirmed, and each conferences was about 3 to 4 thousand people, and these conferences were for 3 to 4 days. But all of them have got cancelled, and we used to do our occupancy of 85%. Now we are doing about 8 to 10% occupancy. So the entire mice industry is kind of shut. There's actually no movement, nothing happening so far.
Okay. Talking about next year, sir, are there any events or conferences we can look forward to in the next financial year 2021?
See, there are a lot of apprehensions, there are a lot of fear in people because they don't know, for how long this will continue. And for example, I've been talking to a lot of people in the industry. I've been talking to a lot of because we host a lot of doctors conference and the pharma conference, and their biggest worry is, they are not sure for how long this will elongate. One, and number two, again, international travel, people are still scared and they're worried, to travel. So in India, though they have opened the domestic airline, but still the movement is very limited. If you see, it's hardly between 20 to 25% is the occupancy of the airlines because only 20 to 25% of the airlines are operating, and even there are a lot of quarantine policies in different states. So all this is kind of creating a lot of kind of people are not able to decide. So therefore, no one can say anything till everything is settled. But this year it's completely washed out. This financial year till March, everything is washed out.
Okay, all right. What about, sir, video conferences and events? Is there anything coming up digitally next?
Actually, video conferencing I am attending, and my a couple of my colleagues are attending. But trust me, these things are not helping us. And it's just that it's taking more of your time, and it's, in my opinion, personally, I feel all these webinars and then video conferences are actually adding salt to your wound because no one can give any solution. We are only discussing, and discussion cannot give us the bread and butter to my staff who are working in the hotel or in the convention center. So we are only been talking. It's good to kind of brainstorm, but there is no result to it. So only talking, discussing has no meaning. So whatever we talk, whatever we speak, they should have an end result. But so far, I don't see any end result. The end result is everybody suffering, and we will continue to suffer for another 8 9 months, and that's the reality.
So, in the middle of all this, what is your business strategy and action plan to promote MICE tourism in India? Also, once the situation gets better, which international market are you planning to target first and why?
See, it will be mainly US and Europe because we used to have a lot of movements from US and Europe when it comes to big major events, especially when we are doing doctors conference. A lot of people from US, Europe, so these are the region where people used to travel a lot, and everybody is looking forward to restart and travel and participate because webinar and video conferencing, it has its own limitations. Certain things we can't touch, see, feel. We can only discuss. Now, even now when we are talking, when you are actually in front of me, the discussion is very different. Matlab, you can actually the entire environment will be different. So likewise, when it comes to a conference and we are launching a product, and when you have to discuss about a product, it is very important that you are there physically to speak about, to promote. only over the video conference is not going to help. But yeah, time being, this is the only solution what one can have. But yeah, as a target audience for us in future, it will be US and Europe, also Asian countries. But again, it will take its own time to restart everything.
All right, sir. But most of these companies, as we were saying, are collaborating together to launch these webinars for audience engagement. Some of them have also introduced short-term
Hmm.
courses online. What is your viewpoint on this?
Again, we are encouraging to our team members. I am also doing a couple of courses. But again, the irony is, what will I do after doing this course? Where will I use this? So I don't know for how long this will continue, because something I learn, something I educate myself, that is something I'm going to use it for my business or use it for my future or to my team. But frankly speaking, none of these courses are telling me, teaching me how to come out of this, because no one has experience of this COVID situation. So everybody is learning from the situation what they are going through. So actually, there's nothing that we can look back and say, okay, this is what it happened then, and this is how they all coped up. So what happened? It was about a century back. So then it was different. Now it is different. So yeah, to an extent it will help, but to be very honest, there are a lot of people who all become gurujis now. Everybody is only sharing gyan, but the end result again it remains the same.
Right, sir.
But
Having
yes,
said that,
it's good to educate yourself and be updated with the day-to-day technology and information.
yeah, okay, sir. Having said that, are you offering any special tour packages to attract more customers? Have you had any bookings recently
Uh,
or anything coming
Yes,
up?
yes, yes. Slowly the movements have started. Especially the FIT movement has started within India, within Bangalore, within our region. So a lot of people, they were all confined to four walls in their house and probably in their office. So they wanted some small kind of a break, and people started staying in the weekends. They come in the morning. It's like a day out, but there's no any activity as such. But people come, they eat, they take a walk, because our property is huge and it has a huge open space. So one can walk, run, cycle, jog, because our one periphery is 10 kilometers. Even if you take a walk, one periphery is 10 kilometers if you take one round. And even if you cycle, in half an hour, you can cover 10 kilometers distance without any traffic, without any fear. So that way, people are exploring, and slowly we started getting 10 people, 15 people, small get together, like a day out kind of a thing. But of course, with a lot of precautions, and with a lot of whatever government has advised us to follow the norms. With that, people are coming, and we are also doing our best to help them and to to have that entertainment for whatever few minutes or few hours, you can say.
Yes, sir. Even in Delhi, there is nothing that has started yet in full swing. And recently,
Yeah.
I have realized there is this much news and discussion on sustainable tourism. What is your opinion on this, and how do you think, as an organization, you can contribute to it?
See, we are already doing that. In fact, we took that from last year because we completed 10 years, and we said we had to give it back to the nature. And we started implementing a lot of things, and which helped us to gain some attention, and people also started appreciating that. But in the given scenario, we are still doing it, but there are a lot of things which we cannot, even otherwise we can't do it because of the policies. But yeah, once this COVID situation reduces, definitely that is our main goal, to have a sustainable. Uh,
Environment.
we want to have that policy. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the wedding industry. As we all know, the wedding industry has been crushed like many others, but India has a colossal market for destination weddings. The number of guests you may invite to a wedding is also restricted, whereas we Indians love grand weddings. So, what is the new normal over here?
On an average, we used to conduct 40 to 45 weddings a year,
Mhm.
and it was more of a North Indian typical 3 to 4 days affair. And our property is known for weddings because of the open space and all that. But now, from 30 to 40, this year alone, we cancelled about almost 18 weddings in the first 6 months. That is from between April to August, or April to July, sorry. Then we also had small weddings in the month of June, and that was a very small affair. They took 20 rooms, and total number of guests were about less than 100. And again, they were all moving crowd, not like they were all stagnated in one place. And on average, people used to spend about 40 to 50 lakhs for 2 days event. Now that is reduced to 10 lakhs.
Okay.
And people also are scared to travel, and even the guests, or I mean the wedding guests also, they don't want to take any chance, because just in case if anybody gets positive, or because of that wedding, and that will remain in their memory forever. So though we have put a lot of precautions in place, but still you never know. This has no barrier. It can come from anywhere, anytime, from anyone. But still, we are taking precaution. But what it used to be, it has reduced to probably 1/10 of the size and value. So that's actually a big market that now that has become a very, very small market.
Right.
So now it's only 50 to 100 people maximum, not more than that.
Okay. All right, sir. What about e-weddings, sir? They have been very pretty much trending on social media and news. Do you think this could be the future?
It could be the future, but the lot of EEET is happening. But I really don't know, for how long this will go on, because one can marry, the way they want, but then I don't know how it's really going to help. But marriages and any functions, e-event, yeah, maybe the celebration they can share, they can, somebody can see, I mean, from a far distance over the video conference, they can watch and see and all that. But yeah, the warmth and that enjoyment, that happiness, what you actually share while you're presently there, and when you do it on the video conference, or on e-platform, people are not going to enjoy that much. But yes, in today's scenario, this is the only option what people have. But in that also, wherever people are committed to each other, and there are some auspicious days, people have already pre-booked and pre-decided. So in
Okay.
such cases, these things are happening. But I don't think so. This will continue forever. Maybe you can say 3 to 4% is the market in this particular segment.
Okay. Lastly, sir, do you have any message for your clients and audience? Anything you want to say to motivate them or reassure them?
Point number one, this is not like big disease, or big problem when it comes to COVID. If you are mentally fit and strong, you can go through this, and eventually everybody will get it. Probably even I will get it. I don't know. But from the day the lockdown has happened, and not even one day I had taken off, and I'm continuously working, but with a lot of precautions, maintaining that physical distance, and taking a lot of precaution when it comes to hygiene part, and telling the other person also. If you maintain that, even when you are meeting a person who is COVID positive, and if you maintain certain distance and take certain precautions, you will not have any issue. But you should not get over excited, and start talking to people and touching them physically. This becomes a big problem. But if you take enough precautions, we can get through this. And second thing, we have to come out of this fear, because this is going to continue for another 6 to 9 months, depending upon the vaccine. And even if the vaccine is launched, though Russia is claiming that they are launched, but again, to reach every common man will take easy 6 to 9 months. And again, God knows how it is going to be administrated. So it's going to take 6 to 9 months. So it's going to become a way of life for next to 6 to 9 months. So one should not fear, and they have to be strong, and they have to keep them physically strong. We need to eat right, sleep right, and exercise. These things what our ancestors were telling even about 30, 40 years back, or in our grandmothers, great grandfathers. We were not following that. Now the things have changed. So all of us have become more health conscious. All of us have become more food conscious. All of us have become hygiene conscious, which was missing in last 2 decades. I guess all of that is coming back to you, and everybody is taking care. So the thing is, you have to be positive, you have to be strong, and physically, mentally. If you have a sound mind, you will have a sound. If you have a sound body, you will have a sound mind. So sound body and sound mind goes hand in hand. So if you have both, you can win whatever is there before you. And this is the opportunity, for personally for me, it's a great opportunity because every problem and every this kind of situation teaches you something, and I learned something. And you actually experience a problem because you're going to learn something out of this. So all of us, of course, whoever it is, including you or me, all of us are learning, and this is a good thing. And if you can survive this phase, you can survive anything in life. So this is what I feel, and this is what I want to tell everyone. If you can survive this phase, we can survive anything in life, because these are the hard times, and nobody knows the solution, and nobody knows to what extent this will continue. But if you're strong, and if you're determined, and if you can pass through this, you can pass through anything in life. So this is a great thing, great learning I got from this pandemic.
Well, that's a lovely message, sir. And that was it for today. Thank you so
Thank you.
much for your time and patience. Your inputs are valuable to us and our audience. Wishing you all the best for your future endeavors. Please stay safe and healthy. Thank you all for watching us. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Take care.